Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Disasters in the Home Community on this Sunday the 19th of May 2013. This week, a little bit different. What is your interpretation of a disaster? It doesn't have to be something tragic, and I'm not talking about personal tragedy like illness or death or anything like that in the family with friends. I'm talking about things which you may think of as a disaster when they happen, but in reality they're not. I'm not talking about fires and thefts and floods, but what is something that can set you back in the home? I mentioned last week that the previous 2 weeks we had been without Wi-Fi and any broadband capabilities in the home at all. Now, to me at the time, that was really stressful because I had no access to do what I need to do in the home. I do some work in the home which I don't do in the office, which was really painful and stressful. And my wife, who does a lot of home banking and accounting and shopping online and so on and so forth and checking her emails, didn't have that capability. And I was being nagged silly by my 2 kids, grown-up kids, because they had no access and couldn't do what they needed to do with their Facebook and their downloads and all the other stuff that they do on their laptops and their tablets in the home. Disaster? Not a disaster, but a really unpleasant, stressful experience for a couple of weeks. Today, as you can see, there you go, just show you, I've just come back from my beloved Spurs at White Hart Lane. Needed to win, and they needed Arsenal to lose or to draw, but not to win, so that we could end up above them in the Premier League. Didn't happen, I'm afraid. Is that a disaster? Well, it certainly feels like one, and I'm pretty miserable at the moment, but it's not the end of the world, is it really? I once read a book that a disaster is a setback is a setup for a comeback. So you've got to look at it in those positive terms. So pretty philosophical this week. Nothing to do with insurance. Let's hear your experiences of what you consider at the time you felt was a disastrous situation, something which really wound you up and stressed you out, but you could overcome with a little bit of positive mental attitude and a little bit of belief and pushing forward with your life. That's it from me this week. I've had a couple of stressful weeks and a stressful end to the day, but when I look back, it's all been a good experience and a learning experience for me. Have a great week, and I hope to see you next week for some more positive stories from you. Take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.